It's that time again to say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cool, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Wednesday, the 4th day of March, 2026. And let's do this the way we do it. It's Wednesday. Heavenly Father, thank you for waking us up with strength, mercy, and purpose today. Lord, touch every person reading and listening this prayer early this morning. Let your presence move through their homes, their bodies, and their thoughts. Let this morning bring new strength, new hope, and new direction. Cover our families. Place your hand over every doorway. Let your favor walk ahead of us. Let your protection surround everything connected to us. Father, guide our steps today. Give us wisdom for every decision and grace for every assignment. Let this day carry your peace, your power, and your blessing. In Jesus' name, amen. Tone, good morning. Good morning, Wednesday blessings. May the Lord bless this day with peace for your heart, strength for your steps, and joy for your spirit. I pray His presence surrounds you. His hand of protection covers your home, and His favor goes before you in everything you do. May this Wednesday be filled with answered prayers, new opportunities, and reminders of His faithfulness. May your heart overflow with thankfulness, your mind rest in His peace, and your day shine with His goodness. God's spoken word. Amen and amen. Gratitude is a must. That's what Lauren always says. Order my steps. And it's time for the March 13th quiz this morning. And you know the numbers, 435-2041. And this morning I want you to provide me with the meaning of the following acronyms. All right, we've got 5 of them. A, B, C, D, E, 5 of them. The first one is CPE. What does it mean? NYO, NWO, PRG, and PRA. So call me and tell me the meaning of these acronyms, and just like that, you can win yourself grand prizes and souvenirs. Compliments the March 13th committee. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning.
All right, you need to step away from the radio or television, please.
Okay.
All right, CPE.
Center for Popular Education.
NYO.
National Youth Organization.
NWO.
National Women's Organization.
PRG.
People's Revolutionary Government.
PRA.
People's Revolutionary Army.
What? You are a soldier, papi?
Yeah.
Okay. That's unfair, man.
No.
That's unfair, man. Come on, man.
No.
Okay, stay on the line while I take your information off the air, okay? Stay right there.
Now when you've done everything you know you can, still the problems keep coming. You can't escape if you're running. Then you have no choice but to choose God's plan.
Congratulations to my good friend Sylvina Charles this morning on winning at the first attempt. She knew all of them. Wow, Sylvina. I mean, yeah, I knew them too, but oh my goodness, you were on the ball. Congratulations, and your name will be submitted so that you are ensured that you have your souvenir. All right, congratulations again, Sylvina Charles. Yeah, the word of the day today, as we head into it, the word of the day today, it's skilled. S-K-I-L-L-E-D, skilled. All right, and it means having ability. Skilled. S-K-I-L-L, or some folks say double L-E-D. And it means having ability. Yesterday we looked at leadership, which meant the ability to guide others. Today we are looking at skilled, having the ability. So we were looking at skilled leadership. All right, having the ability to guide others. All right, having the ability, skilled leadership. Okay, so here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Skilled workers are in demand. Yes, they are. That's the word of the day. Good morning to all my people. How are you doing this morning? All right, Michael Plenty, today is your birthday. Wow, you've got greetings coming from your mom, Lauren, and the entire home circle. Happy birthday to you. No, not your mom. Lauren is your... Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's Michael Plenty. That's Lauren's son. Happy birthday, bro. So don't put your Valdan, good morning to you. You had me a bit mixed up there with Lauren, but nonetheless. Yulin Swan, good morning. Veronica Sandy, Jillian McIntyre, Yulin Alexander, Michelle Daniel, Michelle Bernard, Sylvina Charles, Joan Brathwaite Batson, Wendy Williams, Mary E. Banks, Mildred Smith. All right. Good morning. Yulin Alexander, of course. Hope you're pushing. Don't give up. When tough time comes around, you don't give up. You dig in. Yeah. Petlin, good morning to you. Erlin, good morning, all the way in the US as always. Good morning. Lauren, how are you doing? Jennifer Collimo. The motivational tip of the day is up next. All right, there's someone that's saying, I won 2 years in succession, didn't receive my prizes yet. I said to you, all of you yesterday who for some reason did not get your prizes as yet, called GBN's front desk on 440-3033 anytime after 8 o'clock and identify yourself, give your name and your contact number, and that will be organized. I've already spoken with Mr. Ruggles Ferguson, who is the coordinator for that event, and I explained that to him, and he said he has seen some of the prizes that were not collected. So just call GBN, identify yourself. I expect you to be honest on this, and your number and contact information, and that will be organized. So don't need to panic, all right? Wendy Williams, good morning to you.
Just submit, swallow your pride. His mission is to leave no one behind. So tell me what.
The motivational tip: success is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. I love this. Success is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. The key word there is failure. It means that you will fail. In order to succeed, there will be times of failure in the process. But you've got to prepare, you've got to work hard, and then success will be yours. So don't just try it the first time and say, that ain't working, and you give up. No. Success is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Go with that today.
Just push.
Keep on pushing. You'll be successful eventually. Yeah. Monica Mayrose Williams, good morning to you. Daddy Godwin. Miss Joan. Good morning, Kathy and Kenneth, Zuri and Solange. Auntie, good morning to you. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine, all right? Yeah, hope all is well. Keep on pushing. Don't you dare give up. That's when failure really settles in. You understand? Keep trying again. Keep trying. Try to be that better person. Try to get it right. Try to, you're into farming, you're into construction. And good morning, Mr. Courtney, Yeah, good morning, Mr. Justin Courtney. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Keep on trying. Nothing beats a last try.
Still the problems keep coming. You can't escape.
Buzzing this morning, expert says lasting oil shock could impact Grenada. NNP candidate calls for support for fisheries sector. In the region, migrant registration framework launched in Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, most Americans oppose U.S. strikes on Iran. And in sports, West Indies women suffer defeat in the Women's T20 series against Sri Lanka. These stories and more are coming up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. Stick and stay with us. The AM edition is up next.
Jesus is here, so don't have no fear, just push. That's when you're about to give in. That's when God's about to step in.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities. Camahorn Boat, a powerful multimedia production, presented at Carafesta 15, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. One big performance, only at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, 7th March at 7 p.m. The Camahorn Boat is the ship of state, Grenada, sailing to its destiny. The Camahorn Boat is a call for unity, an exciting story about patriotism, played out by Grenada's best acting talents, featuring Samuel Ogilvie, Robert White, Debbie Gilchrist, Bianchi Toussaint, Dillian Walters, and others. Come out and join us in celebrating our Grenadianness on Saturday, 7th March, 7 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Admission almost free. Advance tickets are $50, $65 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Giddens Pharmacy Grand Anse, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceline Mall, Mitchell's Pharmacy Grand Anse, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George, and other places. Bring out the entire family and enjoy a wonderful evening of Grenadian theater on 7th March at Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m.
A trip to Grenada from April 4th to the 6th, 2026. A decision you'll never regret. This isn't just any destination. It's where passion meets performance. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games, hosted at the iconic Kirani James Athletic Stadium in St. George's, under the theme, Passion Drives Performance. The best of the Caribbean's junior athletes will compete in electrifying track and field competition. Organize now and be part of an experience like no other, where talent, passion, and perseverance come alive on the land of 100,000 jab. Feel the passion, celebrate the performance, and create memories that will last a lifetime in pure Grenada, the land of warmth, spirit, and unstoppable energy. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games.
Whenever happy to see me, nobody is strangers. One big family.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, 4th March 2026. In the headlines, expert says lasting oil shock could impact Grenada, and also NNP candidate calls for support for fisheries sector. In the region, migrant registration framework launched in Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, most Americans oppose U.S. strikes on Iran. And in sports, West Indies suffer defeat in Women's T20 series. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
The Frequente Industrial Park is opening its doors with prime square footage available right now. Whether you are scaling up your production line or establishing new regional headquarters, we have the footprint you need ready for immediate lease. Our newly refurbished state-of-the-art facilities set a new standard, offering premium spaces designed for modern manufacturing, ICT, and service enterprises that demand excellence with 24-hour security, property management support, and a location just minutes from the airport and the capital. GIDC Facilities isn't just a landlord. We are your partner in logistics and success. Secure your space in Grenada's flagship industrial hub today. GIDC Facilities, the foundation for your future.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
And 105.9.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph, and I want to say a very special welcome to Graphics and the team from Hot 98 FM. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to a news segment. In the local news, tensions in the Middle East are rippling through global energy markets after Iranian reprisals to U.S. and Israeli strikes effectively shut down the Straits of Hormuz, the critical corridor through which roughly 1/5 of the world's oil supply passes. Oil prices have surged by 9% in just a matter of days, raising concerns worldwide, including here in Grenada. With fuel central to the production and transport of goods, sustained price increases could have significant consequences. Now, former banker and economist Richard Duncan weighs in on what this could mean for Grenada's economy.
We probably import maybe over 80 to 90% of the things that we consume. Oil is only one of them. And as people know, oil, natural gas are major components into the production of goods that we import. And therefore, once oil prices go up, if those prices are sustained over a period of time, then it translates into the cost of producing goods and services that we import. And of course, gas, key among them. Diesel, also important for generating electricity. So we could see a pass-through effect, of these increases in prices. But at 9% for one day, if it goes back down because there is a truce, a ceasefire, things can return to normalcy, in short order. But if the increase has to be sustained and over a period of time for us to really feel, the brunt of it as an inflationary impact.
The voice there of economist Richard Duncan. Meanwhile, speaking at a press conference titled The True Cost of Mismanagement, new National Party candidate for St. George Northwest, Dr. Adrian Joseph, described the current state of Grenada's fisheries sector as one of uncertainty, and that's due to a lack of government action following the U.S. fish ban. He explained that the ban, which falls in the height of the fishing season, could have consequences beyond its immediate economic impact. We have more in this.
In communities such as Grand Mall in St. George Northwest, I am hearing from dozens of families who depend directly on this sector. Beyond them are the boat crews, the mechanic, small shop operators, and suppliers who form part of the broader ecosystem. The majority of those directly engaged in harvesting and vessel operations are men who are primary breadwinners and highly specialized marine skills built over decades. There are no immediate industries capable of absorbing those technical competencies. So, my friend, when income collapses, the damage is not only financial, it is psychological. It destabilizes households and entire communities like Grand Mall. If this continues without decisive intervention, we risk turning an economic crisis into a social one.
Party members are calling for specialized support for fishing industry stakeholders. Meanwhile, the Ministry of the Blue Economy and Marine Affairs will hold a post-cabinet press conference at 9 a.m. today to provide updates on the blue economy. Minister for the Blue Economy and Marine Affairs Lennox Andrews and Permanent Secretary Isaac Bagwan will be joined by senior staff and fisherfolk representatives at the briefing. And finally, the Ministry of Finance of Grenada says Grenada's participation in the recently concluded Platform for Collaboration on Tax, or PCT, the Tax and Development Conference, it supports efforts to keep Grenada's fiscal framework strong, transparent, and aligned with global best practices. Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall was accompanied by Comptroller of the Inland Revenue Division of Grenada, Sheena Lewis, for the conference, which was held on March 2nd and 3rd in Tokyo. The invitation-only forum brought together more than 200 senior officials from around the world to discuss strengthening tax systems, international cooperation, and domestic revenue mobilization. That's the local news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, urges migrants to take advantage of the country's migrant registration framework. In-person interviews are currently being conducted as part of the registration process. I have more in this OCM report.
Speaking to reporters at the Atto Boland Stadium in Couva, Minister Alexander reminded the public of the consequences for migrants if they fail to register.
Not afraid. If we provided something for you, for your own benefit, then come and register. That's all we ask. If you fail to, then the consequences must be yours. You see, what we're doing here is something that it should have been done in the first instance. And it was recklessly done. We are changing the game.
Last Wednesday, February 25th, was the final day for online registration. In-person interviews began at the Hasey Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain, Larry Gomes Stadium in Arima, and Atto Boland Stadium in Couva, and will continue until March 27th. Registration in Tobago will commence today at the Dwight York Stadium until next Wednesday, March 11th.
Meanwhile, the Caribbean Development Bank, the CDB, says economic growth across the region is expected to remain modest this year. Speaking at the bank's annual news conference, Acting Deputy Director of Economics Department, Jason Cotton, said that while growth among most regional economies will be subdued, Guyana is expected to expand by more than 20%, lifting overall regional growth to about 6.2% when included. Cotton said service exporting economies are likely to see modest growth driven mainly by tourism and construction, while inflation in 2026 will be influenced by developments in global commodity markets. He warned, however, that risks may remain on the downside, citing global uncertainty, geopolitical tensions, and climate-related shocks, as well as fiscal pressures in highly indebted countries. At the same time, he noted that stronger tourism performance, increased investment, progress in renewable energy, and reforms in the business environment could improve the region's medium-term outlook. Now looking further afield, the national polling shows 1 in 4 Americans approve of U.S. strikes against Iran, and 56% say Donald Trump is too willing to use force. Among Republicans, however, 55% approve, but 42% would be less likely supportive if U.S. troops are killed before casualties were announced. We have more in this Al Jazeera report.
St. Mary's County, Maryland is a tidewater community about 1 hour's drive from Washington, also the home of a U.S. naval base and to many Trump supporters. 57% of people here voted for Trump in the last election, and we asked them their thoughts about the U.S. strikes against Iran.
When somebody's promising you they want to develop a nuclear weapon so that they can extinguish you, it makes me nervous.
There might have been a softer way. I mean, there are a lot of lives lost and still going. I'm not sure the end game either.
In Washington, we found a sampling of Republican voters visiting from around the country.
I supported it. As you know, it's been going on for way too long. And so it's a lot of freedoms, and it's really that's been oppressed.
I think this is one of the first conflicts that we've entered into where they've already had, this is how long we hope it's going to take. Like there's already an estimate of like, this is what our plan is.
While Republicans say they trust Trump to have a plan, the vast majority of Democrats and independents say they do not. And the message from Washington about a timeline for the conflict has been contradictory. Americans are united in one thing, though. They're concerned about the impact on oil prices and the economy, the most direct impact to the homeland from a faraway war.
And finally, the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, is weighing a plan to arm Iranian Kurdish opposition groups in hopes of sparking an uprising against Tehran. That's according to sources familiar with the discussions. Iranian Kurdish forces, based largely in Iraq's Kurdistan region, are expected to take part in a possible ground operation in western Iran. Supporters of the idea say arming the Kurds could tie down Iranian security forces, making it easier for civilians to protest. However, critics warn the plan could destabilize Iraq and further strain a volatile region. The U.S. has a complicated history with Kurdish forces who have often felt abandoned by Washington. Officials caution that a failed uprising could deepen that distrust if U.S. support falters. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead, followed closely by the weather. In our lone item in sports this morning, disappointment at the National Cricket Stadium in St. George's yesterday as the West Indies women's cricket team failed in their bid to level the series, going down to a clinical defeat against the Sri Lanka women's cricket team in the final T20. Batting first, the Windies were restricted to 119 for 5, despite efforts from Stephanie Taylor and Chanel Henry, with Henry finishing unbeaten on 32. Now, Sri Lanka replied in dominant fashion, reaching the target with nearly 3 overs to spare and losing just 1 wicket. The 9 wickets sealed a 2-0 T20 series victory for the visitors, adding to the earlier one-day series success. West Indies lost by 9 wickets, and that's the same losing margin the senior men's team faced against South Africa. Karma. Folks, that's all the sports we've got at this time. Stay with us. We'll have more sports during our luncheon and primetime newscast. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bill straight to your email inbox faster and more convenient with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under additional options and paperless billing, hit sign up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click sign me up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. Switch to e-billing and put the power in your hands.
It's 7 o'clock. And for the latest weather forecast, I now join forecaster Nicole Jones at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Nicole.
Hi, good morning to you and your listeners. Here's the weather for today, Wednesday, the 4th March, 2026, as recorded at Maurice Bishop International Airport. Presently, the weather is fair. Winds are from the east at 8 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 14.1 millibar, which is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 24.8 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 82%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.1 degrees Celsius. Last night, mean 23.5 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 1.1 millimeter of rain was recorded here at Maurice Bishop International Airport, which brings the total for the month so far to 6.2 millimeters. Now we move to the public forecast valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair at first and windy, becoming partly cloudy by afternoon with occasional light to moderate afternoon and overnight showers. Maximum temperature today 30 degrees Celsius. Winds are expected to be east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough with waves 7 to 11 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. A marine advisory remains in effect. Low tide today will be at 10:30 a.m., high tide at 4:30 p.m. Sunset 6:16, sunrise 6:20. Just repeat the public forecast valid for today and tonight. Generally fair at first and windy, becoming partly cloudy by afternoon with occasionally light to moderate showers. Moderate afternoon and overnight showers, Maximum temperature 30 degrees Celsius. Reporting from the Maurice Bishop International Airport, I'm Nicole Jones. Do have yourself a wonderful morning.
Thank you very much, Nicole. You have yourself a great day. Likewise, you and your entire team out there. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Set the roof on fire, step by step, raise the whole room higher. Pick up your step, don't try her. Down, up, down like a boom bap choir. Turn out the beat up, raise up the heat. Kick up your feet like this, like that. Word on the street says you got the heat, so let's see you move like this, like wanna see you move.
It's 5 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Expert says lasting oil shock could impact Grenada, and we also heard that NNP candidate calls for support for fisheries sector. In the region, migrant registration framework launched in Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, most Americans oppose U.S. strikes on Iran. And in sports, West Indies women suffered defeat in the Women's T20 series against Sri Lanka. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, wishing you a good morning, a wonderful day, safe and productive, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. To Graphics and the team from Hot 98 FM, thank you for sharing your time with us this morning. Have a good day now, everybody.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
The Inland Revenue Division and the Accountant General Division are coming to a community near you. That's right, our satellite offices are on the move, bringing services closer to home. No long travel, no hassle. Just quick, convenient service right in your community. We'll be on location to help you with all your tax and vendor registration matters. Ask about tax refunds, file objections, check property tax balances, pay your taxes on the spot. And yes, you can even register for GTax and sign up for the new vendors portal. Catch us at these locations. In St. George, at the Bruce Street Mall on Friday, February 27th and March 27th. At our Young Street office on March 7th and March 14th. In St. John on Friday, February 27th at St. Francis Street. We'll be at the Grenville Car Park in St. Andrew and at the Carriacou District Revenue Office on Friday, March 13th. And on Friday, March 20th, we'll be at the District Revenue Offices in St. Patrick and St. Mark. All locations open from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Longer hours, more convenience, better service for you. The Inland Revenue Division and the Accountant General Division's Satellite Office. Don't miss this opportunity.
Lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
At Sonova, we create human-centered technology that helps organizations work smarter and more efficiently. From software development to digital transformation, our mission is simple: to deliver digital tools that streamline operations and prepare your business for the future. At the core of that mission is Saturn, our flagship platform built for scale, automation, and AI-ready operations. Saturn unifies your digital processes in one place, making it easier to manage applications, approvals, clients, and internal workflows. It becomes the digital backbone that supports growth and smarter decision-making across your organization. If you're ready to modernize how you work, our sales team is ready to help. Call 1473-421-7724 and discover how Saturn can transform your operations for long-term success.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning our final descent to Morris Bishop International Airport. Welcome to Grenada.
marketing goals for 2026 are ambitious yet achievable. We aim to drive airlift growth by collaborating with airlines and travel partners to expand seat capacity and routes. Strengthening community and stakeholder engagement is key, as we want to ensure that the benefits of tourism are felt broadly across our islands. Promoting sustainable tourism is a priority, as we encourage practices that preserve Grenada's environment, heritage, and cultural identity. We also want to focus on expanding into new markets while reinforcing our brand's position in existing markets. By increasing engagement and conversion through targeted digital campaigns, enhancing content quality, and building strong relationships with industry partners, we hope to boost brand awareness, improve our reputation, and secure media mentions in our target markets.
All right, folks, it's now 12 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time I join Sergeant Troy Paul from the RGPF's Traffic Department for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sergeant Paul.
That's right, good morning to you and also to our listeners. Is that time where we bring the traffic report to let persons know what is happening in the trial and state of Grenada as it relates to traffic at this moment. And we know around this time, around this particular timing, we definitely have a moderate flow of traffic, light to moderate flow of traffic in most of the areas in the trial and state of Grenada. This is at the time when we would have we expect to have that traffic start flowing, especially to the town of St. George's and most of our towns in the trial and state of Grenada. But however, as we know around this time, especially on our streets, moderate flowing. However, with the exception of California, which have a little heavier than the moderate flow, so it's a moderate to a heavy flow. It's coming up from that area, and already starts being a heavier flow of traffic coming up from the central direction, onto the Lucas Street roundabout. So with the exception of those two areas, most of the areas are moderately flowing. However, persons who know the areas, which we normally advise as it is to traffic diversion, if you're heading to the Grenada direction or to Grenada, if you're coming out from the central direction, you can use the Springs, Montreal Springs Road and dive on to your destination if you're heading to Grenada. As we dive a little over to the accident for the past 24 hours, we had a total of 9 minor accidents for the past 24 hours, and they are as follows: traffic headquarters, 3 minor, South, 2 minor, Grenada, 2 minor accidents, Carriacou 1 and St. David 1 gives us a total of 9 minor accidents. And that's why the persons need to continue to drive safely along our nation's road, because every bad decision that we make may cost us. So again, we want to appeal to drivers to continue to drive safely. Even pedestrians, you have a responsibility to look out for your safety. In addition, we have what we call the National Prime Duty National Prime School Sports. It's happening today. It is happening today and tomorrow at the Kieran James Athletic Stadium. So persons, we definitely know once we have games at the National Stadium, we will have a traffic line inside. So persons traveling along that road would not be expected to park along the Queen's Park Public Road and the River Road Public Road and the Ring Road. However, parking will be at the Kieran James Athletic Stadium. That's grass areas as you enter that stadium as well to your immediate left. Also, the Wesley College ground and the portion of Gate 6 will be available for parking for these games. So persons, please be mindful, and parents, make sure that your children are safe if they're going over to the game, and that they have some guardian or teacher or somebody looking out for them, and make sure that they get to the game on time and they get back home safely. We do expect to have cruise ships in our port today, at the street cruise ships, and we definitely have an increase in the volume of movement, especially in our hotspot areas and even pedestrians through the town of St. George's and those areas. So again, let's show these people our work and welcome them to Grenada and show them that Grenadian hospitality. As we dive right back into the traffic space, we know that person as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, what happens, and we do have expect to have a heavy amount of traffic. So as we normally tell persons, if you have not left home as yet and you're coming in from the countryside, you are definitely good this morning. And that is all the time that we have, and as we're about to wrap things up, we ask the question that we normally ask every morning. If you are texting or doing anything else while driving,
then who is driving that vehicle? If you're texting or doing anything else, who is driving? That's the question. And Sergeant Paul, thank you very much, and all the best to you and the members of your team in the traffic department, and by extension, the rank and file of the RGPF. Have a great day now.
You as well.
Folks, that was the traffic report, taking our time to 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. We take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, the conversation starts.
Paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bill straight to your email inbox faster and more convenient with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com, where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under additional options and paperless billing, hit sign up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click sign me up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. Switch to e-billing and put the power in your hands.
The Inland Revenue Division and the Accountant General Division are coming to a community near you. That's right, our satellite offices are on the move, bringing services closer to home. No long travel, no hassle, just quick, convenient service right in your community. We'll be on location to help you with all your tax and vendor registration matters. Ask about tax refunds, file objections, check property tax balances, pay your taxes on the spot, and yes, you can even register for GTAX and sign up for the new vendors portal. Catch us at these locations: in St. George, at the Bruce Street Mall on Friday, February 27th and March 27th, at our Young Street office on March 7th and March 14th, in St. John on Friday, February 27th at St. Francis Street. We'll be at the Grenville Car Park in St. Andrew and at the Carriacou District Revenue Office on Friday, March 13th. And on Friday, March 20th, we'll be at the District Revenue Offices in St. Patrick and St. Mark. All locations open from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Longer hours, more convenience, better service for you. The Inland Revenue Division and the Accountant General Division's satellite office. Don't miss this opportunity.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
The I in Ariza stands for you, our members. Your goals matter to us. When you speak, we listen and we act. That's why we've rolled out new deposit rates to help your money work harder. We're offering 4.25% on retirement accounts, 4% on educational savings, and 3.5% on 5-year fixed deposits. We're helping you save on your mortgage. Switch to Ariza and enjoy rates as low as 3.99% plus 50% off legal and processing fees. We are also making it easier to get on the road. Get 100% vehicle financing with rates of just 5% on the purchase of a new vehicle. And if you already have a loan for a recent model, we'll help you switch and enjoy better rates. And for our loyal members, we've designed the Ariza Advantage account, which gives you the VIP experience you deserve. You requested, we responded, you received.
This is the Ariza promise. Better value, better service, members first.
Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Welcome, viewers and listeners. It's now 24 minutes after 7 o'clock, and in Ariza's MoneyWise program this morning, I am joined by the Chief Communications Specialist in the Ministry of Finance, my good friend, Mr. Russell John. And this morning, in Ariza's bid to educate the public on finance and prudence and everything like that, there are a plethora of topics that we need to touch base on, and one of them is tax, because this is tax season, like mango season coming up. This is tax season. This is the government's mango season. All right, Mr. John, how that sound?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay. All right. So this morning we will be talking taxes. All right. And again, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, Innocent, and good morning to the viewers and listeners across Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. It's always a pleasure to be here.
If I see you one more time in the space of 7 days in GBN, anytime I want to see you, I'm going to the newsroom or the accounts department, because you'll be a staffer.
I don't doubt, and I won't necessarily mind. So.
Okay. All right. So let's get to the meat of the matter. Now, I'll be blunt with this. Mm-hmm. What is income tax?
Right. So as I start, I want to say thank you to Ariza Credit Union for their continued partnership with the Ministry of Finance and their commitment to ensuring that the Grenadian public is informed and educated on financial matters across the board. And of course, tax is one of those things. And as you mentioned, it's tax season. So it's time for us to kind of get down into the nitty-gritty of these things. The official legal definition is that income tax is a tax that's levied on the chargeable income of corporations, individuals, and other legal entities. In layman's terms, it is tax that is payable to the government of Grenada based on the income that you make. Now, the phrase chargeable income has its own connotations, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But essentially, it's tax that's payable because you are earning.
Okay. And having said that, then who should be paying tax?
So, as the definition alludes, corporations need to pay tax. So if you have a company, there's income tax levied against that company. If you are a sole trader, you're earning income, tax is chargeable. If you are a partner in a partnership, so you and I get together and we start a business and that business is operating, then we are expected to pay tax. If you are an employee of a business, you're earning income, all right, and there's a threshold, and we'll get into that as well. But if you're a salaried employee, you're earning income, you're working with a company, you're also expected to pay income tax. For the salaried employees, and I think that's where we're gonna kind of zero in, because Ariza money wise. So we're talking to individuals. For your salaried employees, your people who are working for others, if you earn $3,000 or more, that's when income tax kicks in. That means if you're earning $1,200, you're not paying income tax.
Oh, okay.
$2,000, you're not paying income tax. $2,999.
Not paying or not supposed to?
Well, you're not paying, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not paying, nor are you required to, at least until the law changes and says otherwise. But as of right now, March 4th, 2026, you are not required to pay income tax if you're not earning more than $3,000. So the first $3,000 that you earn in Grenada is yours. Government wants nothing to do with it.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Pay me. I want to work for. I want to work for $6,000, but pay me $3,000 checks.
So this is where we need to clarify. So we did say chargeable income, right? So I might be able to give you $3,000 checks, but that means you earn $6,000 in a month. And because you earn $6,000 in a month, then I have to charge you appropriately. And there are different rates based on how much you earn. So if you earn $3,001 to $4,999, $5,000, then you're paying 10% on the amount above the $3,000.
Okay.
All right. And I want to zero in on that, and we might end up spending the rest of the session on that today. So we call it a math session now.
Okay.
Yeah, let me tap into my teacher mode. So if you're earning $2,500, right? For viewers and listeners, get out your calculator, take that $2,500, multiply it by 0. That's how much money you owe the government. Nothing.
0,
right?
Yes.
Good. Now, if you're earning $3,001 per month, then you are expected to pay 10%
of $1.
Of $1.
All right.
Not 10% of 3,001, 10% of the amount above
$3,000.
the 3,000. Yeah. So for folks earning $3,500 per month, you're not paying 10% of 3,500.
Paying 10%. So
10% of the 500.
So you're paying $50.
$50 in tax. All right, and that goes all the way up to $5,000. So the most you'll pay between that range is 10% of that. That comes up to about $200 total. Now, when you cross 5,000, so you start making 5,001.
Are there actually people in Grenada that work for more than $5,000 a month?
I would like to believe so.
Okay.
I mean, I
wow.
I can't give out a divulge.
Those are the Elon Musks of Grenada.
So no. Because if you are looking to earn more in Grenada, one of the best ways to do that is to start a business.
Yeah.
All right. And I think most Grenadians at some point in the course of their lives end up doing something on the side. Get that thing registered. Of course, we'll You'll have to pay tax, but you get that thing registered and you can supplement your income that way. And once you cross that $5,000 income threshold, you're only paying 28% of the amount above $5,000. So again,
that's for businesses, registered businesses.
So no, that's for individuals earning $5,000 or more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
again, just like we do at the $3,000 level, it's 28% of the amount above. So if it's $1, you're earning $5,001, you're paying 28% on the $1, 28 cents of every dollar, right? So as much as you may see the tax rates online, or you may read about them and you see 10% and 20%, you're not paying 28%, or are you paying 10% of your total salary?
There are different thresholds.
And it's on the amount above, so it's a lot more reasonable than you think.
Okay.
All right? Before we go further, there's one more thing. Because it's so reasonable, it means that the government isn't collecting as much money as you may think they are collecting from taxes. And if we then don't pay those taxes, because when you calculate it, it comes down to about 5% of your, or 6% of your total salary that you pay to government, not even 10.
Okay.
All right? So if you don't pay, then you're putting the government in a very tight position.
And avoid.
Yeah, and then we can't fix roads, and we can't build schools, and we can't furnish the hospital properly, and all the things that we care about. In order for those things to function, we have to play our part in ensuring that the government is able to do the work that it's required to do.
I recommend that the Ministry of Finance needs to have some more information centers around the island and get people involved, because a lot of people don't grasp that.
Right.
People don't understand that we have to look out for we.
Yeah.
You understand? If we don't put into the kitty, then we can't take out.
Exactly.
And then we turn around and we blame and say, oh, we don't have medicine in the hospital, and what's this road? The donkey cat don't want to pass here and all kind of thing like that. But did we make the preparations to So it's important that we do that. Now, I know that there are different taxes. Ever so often, this one pops up, personal income tax.
Right.
What's the difference with personal income tax and income tax? Is there a difference?
So not so much. The title personal income tax is your general title. As we mentioned, corporations have to pay income tax as well, and their tax bracket is different to the salaried employee, right? We can perhaps dedicate a session where we go into how corporations, that's companies, pay taxes. But as I mentioned, we are kind of zeroing in on the salaried employees, and the personal income tax applies to you and me.
Okay.
All right.
People who are being paid a salary.
Yeah,
okay.
People who are being paid.
Now, although you said that, just for information purposes, we spoke about people supplementing their income by getting into businesses, small businesses, and so forth. What's about the fisherman that goes out and fish and catches fish and comes back and sell? Is he entitled to pay tax?
I think he should want to pay tax, because again, for the same reason that we outlined earlier, it's the government of Grenada is us.
Yeah.
We hire an administration to run things, but the government is the people of the country, right? So it's us putting money into the coffers to allow the people that we hire through voting to do the job that they say they came to do, right? And so, yes, fisherman one should register his business. He should register with CAIPO, because when an event like Hurricane Beryl hits, and we have to verify, we want to help Grenadians, and we have to verify who was a fisherman, so whatever allowances we make for fishermen can be applied to all fishermen. We have to have some sort of a paper trail evidence to say you are a fisherman, or else me, who can fish, going to show up and say, give me allowances because I'm a fisherman, right? So he should be registered with CAIPO. He should also register with NIS, right? Because there are benefits attached to the National Insurance Scheme. When he gets sick and he can't go out, if he's paying NIS, then there's something to support him through that period of illness, because he's a sole trader, he's working by himself. Right? So he should get registered, and then of course he should register with the Inland Revenue Division, right, and contribute to the development of the nation, so that when the government comes in and we want to build up the fishing industry and we say, hey, this is what we want to do for fishermen, he can be involved. Outside of that, we cannot just shoot in the dark. We might capture some, we might miss some, all right? Okay. But if we formalize and we regularize this thing, listen, we can go really, really far.
An educational drive is very important.
Right.
Communities to communities, go to the communities and do the engagement so that because people have this general concept, perception that when they hear about taxes, just the government want to take back the money, the little money that they're giving us, not realizing that it's actually an investment into ourselves.
Very much so.
And it's important that people grasp that. You know?
And I'm glad you mentioned that community-to-community engagement because, as I mentioned last week when I stopped by, the Inland Revenue Division and the Accountant General's Division, they have partnered, and we are going into the communities, parish by parish, across the entire month of March. All right, so we're having satellite offices. We're leaving the office. We're coming and bring the office to the various communities. We started last week. We were in town, St. George, outside the Esplanade Mall. We are also in Guave in St. John's. All right, and we will continue every Friday. And in some cases Saturdays. So this Saturday, actually, the Inland Revenue Division's office is going to be open from 8:30 to 5 p.m. So if you can't make it during the week, well, guess what? Saturday, you run down by the fish market, you grab something, pop over by Inland Revenue. You can register for your G-Tax in order to pay your taxes. You have questions that we haven't covered here, you can go into the office, you'll meet reps in the office and you can have a conversation with them. 8:30 to 5 on Saturday.
One of the things that we hear very often whenever we're talking taxes, people get itchy about that. Oh Lord, did I make my deadline?
Right.
What are the deadlines that we have with taxes?
All right. So with respect specifically to personal income tax, the deadline is March 31st of this year for earnings for 2025. All right. So you file in the following year for the previous year. All right. So 2025 is done and dusted. That's over. So now you need to file and pay your taxes for the earnings that you had in 2025. Your deadline to do that is the 31st of March this year.
And if it's not done,
then the Inland Revenue Division has the authority to impose fines and charges on you. Of course, that's not the first thing that Inland Revenue wants to do, right? But if you're delinquent and you're consistently delinquent, then we have to enforce the law, right? But more importantly, we've made it a whole lot easier for you to, one, not miss that deadline, and two, both file and pay your taxes. And that's where the G-Tax platform comes in. So as you'd have heard, we are pushing our new tax administration system. That's G-Tax. It's all online. Before, if you were paying income tax, in your mail, you would get a green form. It contained all the information that we are currently taking online, how much you're making a month, what's exempt, supporting documents to say where your cash is coming from, and so, and you'd fill that out, and then you would take that physically into Inland Revenue, and then you would go to the Treasury office and you would pay. It's a whole process.
Okay.
We've crunched and simplified that entire process. So the whole thing can be done online. It can be done at 11:59 in the night when you wake up and you sit down thinking about your day tomorrow. You can stay home and you can file and pay your taxes. So you go to tax.gov.gd, tax.gov.gd, and you can register, create your G-Tax account, and go ahead and do all of your filing well before March 31st.
Now, one of the concerns that I know some folks might have, and I'm going to ask it on their behalf, can your taxes be paid on a monthly basis? Will you get paid every month and you can do the calculations? Because some folks might say, when I leave it, it might be a bit difficult to pay that bulk at the end of that filing year. So can I pay my tax at the end of every month?
I mean, yes, because most of the government employees, their taxes are automatically calculated and deducted, so you prepay your tax. So at the end of the year, especially for government employees, we just have to file because the payments have already been made, and that can be done for any employee. In fact, if you're working with a company, I would recommend that you do it monthly. All right, because it's just a whole lot easier to track.
Okay. All right. So we've exhausted our time. I am definitely going to speak with Aurelian and ensure that you come back next week because I want us to continue that conversation on taxes, especially as it relates to corporate taxes.
Right.
You know, the registration of the farmers and the vendors and so forth. So I would endeavor to speak with Aurelian on that. But before we wrap, I'd like you to repeat the locations, the pop-up for the G-Tax promotion, because just to add to what we were saying, Minister Cornwall and
Miss
Lewis just came back from Tokyo on a tax.
They went to the PCT.
So it shows that Grenadians as a people, when we hear the government talking about pay your taxes, it's not just a Grenada thing.
No, it's not.
Tax that runs the world economy.
Very much so.
Just reiterate the locations that you will be at.
Right. So the nearest one is this Saturday. That's at Young Street, Inland Revenue Main Office. So the main office for IRD will be open from 8:30 to 5 p.m. on Saturday, March 7th. From there, we go Friday, March 13th. That's next Friday. We're heading to St. Andrew. We're going to the Grenville Car Park. We'll also be at the Carriacou District Revenue Office. And again, extended hours, 8:30 to 5. From there, the following Saturday, we're back in St. George, and we open up the IRD office again, 8:30 to 5 on the 14th of March. Then we go to St. Patrick and St. Mark on the 20th, and again same time, 8:30 to 5, and then we come back to St. George on the 27th. That's Friday the 27th. We have a special session planned for St. David. We'll deliver some more information with respect to St. David. There isn't a central town per se, but we do have quite a bit of support in St. David.
Well, the newly refurbished Corinth Community Center.
Well, how did you know? Are you in my planning meeting, sir?
I'm always a fly on the wall. But
yes, so we're coming down there. So we're putting the final bits of logistics in place, because when we come to St. David, we're doing pension, we're doing tax, we're doing vendor portal, we're doing call it a fair of sorts, and so we're touching down there. As soon as the final pieces are in place, we'll share that with you.
Although I'll give you a little advice pro bono. The community center is relatively limited in space, so maybe you might want to just stay back door and do it in the school, because if you get a good turnout, I don't think the community center might be able to hold that capacity, that number of people.
Right, fair enough. And we'll take that into consideration. You'll share more when you pop up to the next planning meeting. But what we noticed at the last two that we had, we have a steady flow of people throughout the day, so it's not necessarily a rush. But people continuously stop by. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us, and from all indications here on the audience participation, it's been a very informative program, so we'd like to thank you. And like I said, I do hope that you can come back at a later time, maybe next week, to continue on the tax issue.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you to Ariza for the continued partnership and creating the opportunity for us to share, and thank you to all the viewers and listeners across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petimanik.
All right, folks, that's it for Ariza's Money Wise program this morning. I've been speaking with Mr. Russell John, the Chief Communications Officer at the Ministry of Finance. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the conversation continues.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
The I in Ariza stands for you, our members. Your goals matter to us. When you speak, we listen and we act. That's why we've rolled out new deposit rates to help your money work harder. We're offering 4.25% on retirement accounts, 4% on educational savings, and 3.5% on 5-year fixed deposits. We're helping you save on your mortgage. Switch to Ariza and enjoy rates as low as 3.99% plus 50% off legal and processing fees. customers. We are also making it easier to get on the road. Get 100% vehicle financing with rates of just 5% on the purchase of a new vehicle. And if you already have a loan for a recent model, we'll help you switch and enjoy better rates. And for our loyal members, we've designed the Ariza Advantage account, which gives you the VIP experience you deserve. You requested, we responded, you received.
This is the Ariza promise. Better value, better service, members first.
Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
A trip to Grenada from April 4th to the 6th, 2026. A decision you'll never regret. This isn't just any destination. It's where passion meets performance. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games, hosted at the iconic Kirani James Athletic Stadium in St. George's. Under the theme, Passion Drives Performance. The best of the Caribbean's junior athletes will compete in electrifying track and field competition. Organize now and be part of an experience like no other, where talent, passion, and perseverance come alive on the land of 100,000 jab. Feel the passion, celebrate the performance, and create memories that will last a lifetime in pure Grenada, the land of warmth, spirit, and unstoppable energy. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
My name is Dr. Abigail Noel, and I am the head of department at the Accident and Emergency Department. One thing I love about Mount Sinai is their spirit of collaboration. They came in with ideas that have transformed our department in real time. The implementation of ID bands for every patient that comes through the emergency department. That has decreased patient errors. They have implemented defibrillators on every ward. Thus far, 128 staff members have been trained in defibrillator use. The huddle system is basically small meeting with all team members. It improves communication between staff members as well as with patients. This transformation means everything to the emergency department and by extension the health system of Grenada.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real
challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Grenada, listen up. This one hits different. On Saturday, March 14, it's going down at the Roy St. John's playing field in Tantine with Grenada Auto Fest. More than cars. Go head to head with Venti, Antics, and Classics. Bikes, Jeeps, Land Rovers, and custom built machines. All battling for $50,000 in cash and prizes. It's more than a car show. It's a family day. Look out for go-kart racing and bouncy castles. And we climax with Sakina and the Alpha One Band. Plus a special surprise. It's Grenada Auto Fest. Saturday, March 14. It's a vibe you can't miss. Lock the date. Special thanks to our partners, Wagity Rental, True Blueberry Resorts, On The Spot Hardware, and all our category prize sponsors.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues. As you can see, I've got with me in the studio three big people, actually. Big, not necessarily all in size, because to my immediate right, Miss Marissa Williams, she isn't that big, but I can tell you she's big because she's got two tough bodyguards with her this morning. One is up the set and the other, Mr. Gino Brown, is with her. Good morning, lady and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Grenada.
All right. Okay. Now let me. In computer programming, we say we're declaring the variables, right, to ensure that there isn't any concatenation down below. You all are not Grenadians.
No.
Okay. So that's established.
Yes.
What's your nationality?
From Antigua.
Antigua.
So we're both Antiguans.
Yeah.
But of course, it's one Caribbean. We support the entire region.
Yes.
We're big, on regional travel, interregional travel. So, we're just a part of this big movement called Caribbean.
The home of Liat.
Yes, we are the home of it.
So you're definitely a Caribbean person.
Caribbean to the bone.
Yeah. In Grenada, there was a time when we called, because the schedules of Liat was always so late, the acronym LIAT, Leave Island Anytime.
Yep. But I think they corrected that now.
Yeah. Yes, I do believe that. Now we're here to talk about a big event that you've got coming up, Fro Fest. Tell us about Fro Fest.
Sure. So Fro Fest is a natural beauty festival, not only celebrating the natural hair community, but beauty on a whole. It's a celebration of our culture and celebration of our community. When I say our community, us, our skin, our authentic self. At the same time, it's a platform where small business owners have that leverage to come and showcase their creativity, showcase what they offer. And this is small business owners, not only in the natural hair community, but beauty on a whole. Or in other words, once you have a business, Fro Fest is a platform for you to come and showcase your creativity, showcase your talents, and, network and gain clientele for the future itself.
And when you say business, once you have a business, okay, I'm into pigs, can I come?
So well, of course, if you're processing them, because food vendors as well, they'll be invited to come. The registration is still open?
Yes, registration is still open, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, when and where will this event be held?
So FroFest is April the 25th, so that's next month. So it's going to be next month end. It's going to be at Montrouge from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay. That's interesting. A number of this kind of activities keep coming up, and I kind of like that. You know, in the past, whenever you hear of an event, you're thinking of a Beres Hammond or a Roman Virgo coming or something like that.
Yeah.
But we're seeing the growth of this sort of industrial sort of events, and that's really good.
So this event will be huge for our community. The creatives will step out, and those persons who are into skincare and beauty, they'll be on the highlight reel. And it has become a huge movement within the Caribbean. We started in Antigua. We went to St. Kitts last year, which was extremely huge. We started at maybe about 1,800 persons. When we started in Antigua, it was like 400 persons for the first meet. So you know that persons are seeing, all the reels. Of course, if you're out there, you can follow our pages, and the pages are?
So on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, it's FroFest, or just type in the Beauty Festival. You find FroFest, but you see all the images. We did Antigua over the weekend, which was on Saturday, got back, and the turnout was good. We had Grenada tourism there. We had influencers from Grenada. We had Chanel, that's naturally an influencer. She was on the empowerment talk as well too. So FroFest, it's more than just having vendors there, or I should say the celebration natural here. So you have empowerment talks, you're going to have live demos. It's family friendly. So children 9 and under free to enter the festival. You're going to have these fashion shows, there's hair shows. So basically we tell persons, come with your blankets, come with your pull-out chairs, come spend the day with us at FroFest. So it's more than just celebrating the natural hair community. It's a full-on activity, day of activity. You have so much happening throughout the day.
And what has your response been like, especially for Grenada, because it's coming? I mean, you've already said in St. Kitts you started with over 1,800 people, and Antigua you started with 400 and it expanded. Yes. What has the response been like in Grenada thus far?
The good thing, we have over 30 vendors already registered, and I think that as well, is just great news for the movement over here in Grenada. And I'm sure, hearing our voices now, persons will go and, we encourage persons to go check out the page, because if you see exactly what it is about, it's so huge. Persons here, like a regional marketplace, where persons, you could probably have a company over here that does like natural soaps, and you'd get a call from somewhere in the Caribbean because the network, pathways for the event is so huge.
Let me ask you, a vendor hearing that out there and registers, what can they expect by being a part of this event?
So being a part of the event, you would just have like an opportunity to showcase what persons don't really get a chance to have a view of. There are a lot of creatives that are pretty much hidden, and that is what this event is made for, to expose those creatives, give them a platform. They could put their products out and be interactive, and also be able to just go along with their peers, do a little bit of marketing amongst themselves.
So you're actually doing the work that the Caribbean heads of government should be doing. You're actually representing CARICOM, because the single market and economy, that's what it's all about. So we have some field leadership in that, so you all just step up to the plate.
Precisely, and that is one of the aims, that regional marketplace that I speak about. We want to know where we could find what. Down here is a spice aisle, we want to know what we could find in Grenada, and we should have like this single unit. You could rush to the FroFest page and figure out, okay, I see this vendor over here, how can I get in contact with this person? All the numbers, all the adverts are there. You would be able to market yourself not only in your country, which is Grenada, but regionally.
To someone who is listening there now and is a bit hesitant, I said, is this another field, something that, they come hot and sweaty and then eventually it evaporates into thin air? What can you say to them?
The movement is heavy. We are strong at it.
Hold on. Be careful with this thing. That's political now. We have a political party, the movement, right?
We went out of here.
Is the movement really heavy?
So definitely, we are really driven to continue on the drive. I think that we need to own grown ourselves as black people, our scope, and it's not just only for black people, it's just understanding our culture and our history and respecting it and finding a way to utilize some of those old, creative methods that we have or products that we have and expose it to the world.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and if it's one thing I wanted to add to it, I guess persons are wondering, okay, so if it's going to be a one-hit wonder. No, it's not going to be. Purpose has been taking into consideration COVID 9 years strong. So we started in 2018 and we've been going. This is our 6th year hosting it in Antigua and Barbuda. We're venturing off into the Caribbean, and it is something that every year we're adding more to it. So it's a case where we're not just going to give you the same, what you experience here in Grenada this year. Next year, you're going to add something more to it. So you're going to have different features adding to it as well, too. So it's a case where we're just going to continue going. It's an annual event. It's going to be in April, hopefully every year moving forward. So it's
That's in Grenada?
It's in Grenada, yes.
So every island, all right, while you do your island hopping, every island will have a designated date.
Yes.
And annually.
Right.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's really awesome. Okay. So, what's the registration cost?
So it's $250 for the registration cost.
That's EC or
$250 EC. We're working with EC here. $250 EC. That's the registration cost. There's a link on our social media pages that you can register via the link, and all the information is provided there. And if you have any questions or concerns, we're more than happy and open to just messaging the page, reaching out to us, and we'll be giving you as much info as possible.
What's the deadline for registration?
The deadline has already passed, however, we've extended it. So we know persons may be, a bit skeptical about coming on board or, haven't made up their mind as yet. But we encourage persons to register early because there are limited spots left.
Let me tell you something. Don't see the registration low now and you think Grenadians as a whole, we are last-minute people. All right.
I think it's a Caribbean thing.
Yeah,
I think it's a Caribbean thing.
Sort of live on the edge kind of thing. Okay, well, I like I said, I endorse this. I like this movement. I use movement again.
Yes.
That's something like
I can tell where you're going.
That's what I'm scared of. That's what I'm scared of. But I really like this initiative, and I would really want to see it grow throughout the region, and then maybe go extra regional. Because we need that, especially in the geopolitical climate that we're in now, with what's happening up north and all this thing. We need to utilize all the resources, human as well as natural, in the region that we can, secure ourselves. All right, we've got to wrap. Anything you want to add before we do so?
Yes, the tickets are currently available. They're available at Grenada Optical in St. George's and Spice Mall. It's also available at Gittins and at Grand Anne's, and also Victoria Street in Grenville, and on Go to Feds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and $250.
No, the tickets are
for entrance.
Yeah, entrance tickets are $50, $70, and $120. And the thing about the tickets is for $70 and $120 you get a gift bag. And then with this gift bag, we have our international partners, like we have Mayel Organics, we have Talia Wajid, we have Camille Rose, different hairline companies in the US that give you sachets or travel size. So you have these in there. You have Professor merch, like spray bottles, edge brushes. But in other words, your starter kit to natural hair, or your starter kit to hair and skincare on a whole.
This is
so
awesome.
Your bag, your entrance, once you have the gold or platinum ticket, which is $70 or $120, gives you a gift bag filled with different merch, different hair products. Because if you're natural hair girly, or if you're into hair, or even into skincare, or even men, because it's open to men as well too. It's hard finding the right thing for you. Yeah. So with that, the Profess team, we give you the gift bag that you have those starters to start off with.
The date again, finally. The date is Saturday,
April the 25th.
At
Monrouge Plainfield, yes, from 11 a.m.
Marisa Williams and Gino Brown, and in the back, Hamish Pringle. He is in the back, not speaking much. Thank you very much, and I really do endorse this event.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your time with us.
Yes,
Thank you so
folks,
much.
that's it for the conversation. We've got to run. We've got to join the BBC, which is already in progress.